First Bank to Bar Journal is complete then.
Yep. This will be the end.
And you are coming out with 2. I didn't know that.
I am. I was bound and determined to finish the first.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that I'm bound and determined to finish the second.
Okay.
I need to take a little break.
Yeah.
I'm sure the show will still be around in some form or fashion, but I need to take a break. Because we haven't had enough IPA, we're going to start on your side.
Alrighty.
With, I'll read
Were
the
they
questions.
stoned?
How about that?
Neverending Haze IPA. Stone. I hope it's better cold.
Yeah, you didn't like that other stone we had, huh?
I did not.
You thought that was the very first one that we tried, though, right? Way back in... What would it have been?
It's been a long time ago.
07, 08?
It would have been 08. Yeah, because I got married in 09, so...
So we're talking 15, 16 years ago, right?
Long time.
ABV? Hello?
4%? 4?
Yeah, 4%.
Something percent. I guess I didn't read any of it off, did I? So I should have done that.
It's all good. Oh, God.
There's
a book. The question is, what do you think keeps most people from committing crimes? All Stone does is IPAs. Apparently that's what most people say. Yes, we may love them passionately and perpetually be on a quest for IPA nirvana, but this particular one actually happened onto the scene to aid in your noble pursuit of never-ending good times.
That doesn't make sense. It's still an IPA.
You literally told me nothing about this beer. You talked about all your other beers. That's okay. Never-ending Haze IPA, 4%.
Did they mix all of their other beers at the bottom of the batch and just throw it as a beer?
It happened on the scene to aid in your noble pursuit of never-ending good times. That's all I know.
Well, alrighty. What's our question? Committing crimes. That's right. You already read it.
You talked about tangerine taste. That's tangerine smell.
Yeah, very... almost just plain orange smell. It's lightweight.
It's not grapefruit for you?
Maybe that's what I'm getting.
It lacks sweetness. I'll say that. I like the funky, robust taste, and I expect it to be light for 4%, but it lacks sweetness. Yeah. Which I'm guessing is how you classify grapefruit, right?
Yeah, I don't like grapefruit at all.
It is actually hazy too, which is weird because it's very light. I don't tend to like light beers. I don't tend to like beers that don't have any sweetness to them, especially not IPAs. I know we're probably going to be in different planets on this one. Not my favorite thing in the world, but 7. I would drink this and be just fine. It's very funky. So it's fulfilling some need within me for funk. You know, I don't want you to let the stank out, right? Don't roll the window down. That's where I'm at with this beer.
I can usually stick around in stomach and taste just about anything. Which I did. I did taste this beer, but that's bad. That's a 2.
Yeah.
It just tastes moldy or something to me.
Yeah.
Not even soapy, not even like, it just, I don't know how to explain it. You ever open a refrigerator and get that moldy smell hit type something?
I'm not a fan of mold, to be clear.
I didn't like that.
I'm not. That, some people have told me that the durian fruit, the funky foot, dirty socks fruit, is good to them.
Okay.
It's a little too strong for me, right? Like I've talked about before, the difference between being a mile away from a dead skunk that's been dead for a while, or right up on a freshly dead skunk. I don't want to be right up on the freshly dead skunk. This is kind of in the middle, I'm still not mad at it. It would be way too much for a lot of people, I think, but to be that light, to be that flavorful, to be that unique, without going into like the nasty category for me, yeah, I quite dig it.
Quite the respect on how people's taste buds work.
For sure.
So what was your question? What do you think keeps most people from committing crimes? I guess since we're starting on my end, I need to answer it first.
For sure.
I think it's just for the most part, I'd like to say it's the honesty of the majority of people, the lack of wanting to just commit a crime against a fellow human.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. I would like to think that. I would like that to be my answer, but I think it's just the fear of having to go to jail.
Agreed.
And the punishment.
Yeah, the loss of your freedom, the waste of a portion of your life, if not more. Yeah. The stigma behind all of it. Yeah. It's not appealing, for sure. I'm going to agree.
Okay.
I actually agree with the first part, too. I would like to think that it is that.
Right.
But I think it's probably minor for a lot of folks. Next
all
up.
Right. So we have a Revolver brewing beer. It's a blonde ale with hatch chilies. So...
Oh, we're both coughing. We're not sick.
Yeah.
So we make that clear. It's just this has been the weirdest winter of all
It
time.
really has.
We're in an El Nino, which I thought was going to mean a lot of snow. That's what everyone kept talking about. But it hasn't been cold
Just
enough
wet.
here.
It's just
been wet. The grass hasn't even completely died where we are. The question, is your right side or your left side more photogenic?
Interesting. So, the first time I ever had hatch chilies, I think I ordered a burger.
Okay.
That had hatch chilies on it. At the time, I didn't know hatch chili had a season. And it's very much a seasonal pepper.
Okay. So it's not a green chili. It's not.
It's close,
green,
but it's its own. I believe it's its own pepper or own chili.
Not as spicy as like a
it's
jalapeno.
Not, to me, it's not spicy at all.
Okay, so you're just getting pepper flavor.
It's just got good pepper flavor. It's just got good flavor.
It's 5%. It says it's Trinity Aquifer water, 4x malts, 2x hops, aged on hatch chilies.
So if it's Trinity Aquifer, that means it's out of Fort Worth, the
Yep.
Trinity River. Which makes sense because it's Revolver.
It's a heady beast.
Yeah.
Both of us. You bubbly. Oh, man. That smells like a...
Smell.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Maybe it's because your bubbles are dialing down?
Maybe.
Dude, this smooth smells like a great enchilada sauce to me. Like a green enchilada sauce.
Man. It has just that kick of spice at the end, which would be more than I say the pepper itself has. The beer, it does not burn. This does not burn my tongue at all.
No.
It leaves a spice on the throat, on the swallow, but not on the tongue.
It's a clean pepper. The beer seems solid, and I think the pepper just complements it. It's a real clean taste.
Yeah.
It's got nice mouthfeel. It's not too little. It's not too much by any stretch. I like chili flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Chili flavor in beer, not necessarily my favorite thing.
Okay.
This is one of the better ones I've had. I'm still going to say a 6.
I'm going to say 5. Partially because I agree with you with the not liking chilies in beer.
You know
There's just something weird about spiciness in beer mixed.
Yeah, and this is pretty mild. You know the ones that have the actual chili pepper
Yeah.
in the bottle?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. This puts that to shame. I mean, really. This is one of the brighter, more realistic chili flavor I've ever had, like pepper flavor I've ever had in a beer. So if that matters to you, you'll probably dig this. I apologize for being on my phone. Very important business. As I send like the rudest sounding text of all time. Food's outside.
Well, that's interesting.
It's my left side.
The Hatch. I'm sorry, you're answering the question. I'm still on the beer.
You're good, man.
Hatch has a really good flavor. Like, I do like that flavor.
Yeah, I could sit on this aftertaste for ages.
I think it's my right.
It's far closer.
I think it's my right.
By the way, the chili it's far closer to green chilies than I think jalapeno.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. So yours is your left side, mine's my right side.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yours looks more similar to me.
Okay.
Right? Like I noticed less difference. I definitely see like a difference in the sides of my face. Maybe it's because I stare at myself a lot more.
Yeah. Okay.
Most of us are probably like that. If you're not, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. So what's the next beer is?
Sam Adams, bruh.
Alpine Lager.
Yes.
It's brisk and smooth. It's a hazy and golden. This unfiltered lager is a breath of fresh air. The crisp maltiness and lively citrus notes transport you to brisk, sunny days out in the mountains. Well, I feel like I need to be drinking this in Colorado.
Oh, Toby.
This beer is 5.5%.
You ready for this?
So,
I've done a lot of stupid things in my time.
you just texted the wrong person.
I texted the DoorDash driver to say food's outside.
That is hilarious.
Completely missed. 5.5%. Yeah. All right. So mountains, right? That's what this is supposed to be. Question: how many flights of stairs do you think you could climb in 15 minutes? This smells like what I'm looking for. Gentle sweetness, malty.
Okay. I've zoned out
Clean,
thinking
cold.
about the question, to be honest.
Oh, my bad. I can still tell this is a Sam Adams beer. Surprised. Normally when it comes to the lighter ones, I get a little lost.
This is a... Man.
Shit. I'm getting more text. Hopefully it's not the DoorDash driver.
That's good. That's smooth. It's light. I almost want to say it's a bit airy.
I'm still tasting a little bit of pepper.
I'm definitely tasting pepper. The pepper is...
Still kicking.
I almost want to call this a little bit airy.
That fucker wrote me back and said, what? Sorry, wrong person. Airy?
Mm-hmm. There's a lightness to it.
There definitely is.
And it's part of the combination. It's part of the carbonation that makes it feel airy, but that is just... It's just lightweight. It's good. It's exactly what it says. It's brisk and smooth.
Yeah.
Good for your summertime. I'll probably say 6.
I'm agreeing. It's not going to blow your socks off or
Yeah.
anything, but it's not pretending to be something it's not. You might see Alpine Lager and think you're going to get way more, pine, something in that vein, but...
So what was our question?
How many flights of stairs do you think you could climb in 15 minutes?
So, I'm going to say at least 5.
Okay. You're our brains were in very different spots. Maybe I'm a little more intoxicated. Maybe
Okay.
that's what's going on. Because I was thinking about 30 seconds I could get up a flight of stairs. That's probably the first flight, though. That doesn't account for the rest.
When I think of a flight of stairs, if the stairwell goes up
And then
has
turns.
a middle platform and then turns up again,
Yeah.
I'm thinking you got to get from floor 1 to floor 2. That's the entire flight. But if the middle landing separates 2 flights, then I'd have to say 10.
Yeah. So I was thinking 30 seconds to clear like the up, turn, up the other one.
Mm.
So that's 2 times 15 minutes is 30 flights. But I'd probably slow down quite a bit as they started going on.
You got to think, once you get up 2 stories, from story 1 to story 3, you're going to be tired.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be... So...
I don't do well.
It depends. Is a flight of stairs a full story?
Yes.
Or is a flight of stairs...
Like a full 10 feet, I'd say, right? That's what I'm thinking of as a story. A full
like
10 feet of stairs.
10 to 15.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly going to split the difference. Let's say I'm a lazy fuck and can't really cut it as much as I think. My initial answer was going to be 30.
Okay.
But I think there'd be some drop off. I would say 18.
So you're going up 18 flights of stairs in less than
15
a
minutes.
minute.
Yeah.
Less than 60 seconds of flight.
Yeah.
For 18 stories.
Yeah.
I think that process could stay for the first 3 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the drop off is going to be
significant,
more than you think.
You're probably right.
Could be wrong.
You're probably right, but I've been drinking.
I think my original answer was 5, but I could probably see doing 6 or 7 stories if that's an entire flight. But I'm going to be winded.
I've also had quite a bit of experience hiking in the mountains.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of up. Like it's
Okay.
a lot of up. And I know how to control the breathing. Like I'm going to sound like I'm fucking dying after a story or 2. But endurance won't be as much of an issue.
Okay.
I hate ellipticals, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot stand those fucking things. They wear me out so fast. And I don't get it. Most things don't wear me out that fast, you know? But something about an elliptical does. It reminds me of back in the day when I was a little skinny bitch that did Taibo like every other day. And it was always that fucking, they're running the arms. Almost, upper body strength, not my strong suit. But my legs, oh, fuck, we're good. We're good to go.
Yeah. So our next beer is going to be Bishop Cider's Pecan Pie. So is this a pecan cider? Is that what this means?
Yeah.
Grab a slice of this action. All natural, gluten-free, vegan-friendly, no sugar added, no fruit essences, nothing you can't pronounce, only things you want. Dude. I gotta warn you. It contains nuts.
I don't mind putting some nuts in my mouth. Quote me, but don't quote me, By the way, that's a very political can. I mean, it says pecan, not pecan.
Pecan, not pecan.
I mean, they took a side.
They got it right, though.
I will agree.
Oh.
You're good. No fruit essences. What? Yeah, for some reason when I see this can, I think tea.
Shane.
Stick it in your pie hole.
A while ago, Shane said, and I quote, "I don't mind sticking some nuts in my mouth." I think there's a bit of fruit essence there.
Point taken. Did we get ABV on this anywhere?
Again,
6%.
6%.
That's higher than I would expect.
I don't smell anything on this beer.
I can tell it's not just straight cider. Like, there's something warm. I don't want to say nutty or caramel, but
Let's just try it down.
it smells like pie.
I forgot it's a cider.
I did not. I feel like
I wasn't ready for that. Right there.
You got the... it grabs you by the jowls.
Yeah.
For those of you who want to know what it would taste like to mix apple pie and pecan pie, but it's a Granny Smith pie, right? Granny Smith apple.
I just taste apple cider.
It's a little more tart.
I don't get any pecanness out of that, or nuttiness, whatever you want the word to be.
I'm getting quite a bit of it. Motherfuck.
Wait. Now I smell the nuttiness a little bit. Like that aroma's coming out better.
Yeah. You're a little put off by nuts. Sometimes I think you ignore them even when they're there.
There we go. Okay. I had the first pour out of this.
True. So probably the lightest bit.
So,
actually,
it didn't come out at first. The more you drink it, the more I can taste it. And what you said about the apple pie and pecan pie is definitely there. Take and chop up some pecans, not pecans, and just put that over the top of a pecan pie or an apple pie. That's what you got right here.
We've gone this entire show.
The first two drinks, this was not what I tasted.
Okay, so it was different.
Yeah, very different.
Okay. We've gone this entire show without me being super impressed by a cider.
God.
I feel like maybe I've liked some ciders pretty well. The thing is, we took a cabin trip back in the day where it was decided we were just taking cider. No beer. You know, we're trying to play like, well, not everybody likes beer, but we can agree that cider's decent. And I was so fucking sick of cider by the end of that trip. I did not want to drink. I didn't want to get drunk. The idea just, I stayed sober, I think, at the end, right? And we were young. We were party animals. But, so I've been kind of put off. This gives me hope.
Yeah.
This gives me some serious hope because 8.
So, I don't remember who runs it. I don't think it's Bishop. I don't remember. But there's a place in Fort Worth called Cidercade.
Yeah.
And who does crackberry? Is that Bishop Ciders?
I think it is, actually.
If they had that on the menu, that could be easily a go-to.
I'd put that
if
in,
you get in the can,
a 6-pack of beer. I could put that in there. I'd be happy about it.
If you get it in the can and you pour it in a small glass, give it a minute. Because that first drink or two is not going to be what you're looking for.
Yeah.
It got much better. You could taste pecans after a while. And that's really, really good. I'm between a 6 and a 7 right now. Let's go with 7. That was different.
Good choice because I'm wanting to finish the can actually. So
that was different.
Let's talk about our question. I don't know if I ever asked it.
I don't know if you did.
Which insect lives the best life?
Not the praying mantis.
See, that's exactly what
praying mantis?
I was thinking that the praying mantis lives the best life.
Don't they get their head ate off after mating?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the best life.
See, what I'm thinking is you're at your peak, right? You got you some. That was the whole of your existence was to get there. You get there, boom, you're dead. Now that's assuming you're a male. Okay. I saw a meme the other day, by the way. It was 2 praying mantises getting it on. Mm-hmm. And another one says, I guess you're going to bite my head off now? He was like, no, it's only the females who do that.
Oh, God.
What? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't actually know. I don't envy insects in general. If there's an insect out there that gets to have lots of sex, that's the one I'd probably go with. But a praying mantis, because at least they get to die right after their best moment.
I'm going to say the lightning bug or the roly-poly, like the doodle bug.
They spark a lot of wonder.
Yeah. There's not much more insects that are actually looked for. Maybe ladybugs. But, I mean, the doodle bug is really cool.
Yeah.
People call them different things. People call them, like pill bugs, doodle bug. Hell, there's a song about the doodle bug.
There is. It's been a while. Yeah.
Roly-poly, I've always liked that one. I've always thought that was a cool insect.
Something
is it
awesome.
An insect, though? It is an insect, right?
Yeah. Something awesome about a caterpillar, too, because they get to be one thing, and then they get to live this entirely different existence as a butterfly.
That is...
It's like you grow up wishing you had the ability to fly, and then you do.
Did it. That's a good one. Is that your answer, then?
No, I'm still saying praying mantis.
Okay.
I got to get that ass, bro. I don't know what a caterpillar is fucking. Probably nothing.
So our next beer in the lineup is going to be the New Belgium Mountain Time Premium Lager. The premium lager is an alcohol content of 4.4%, and there is absolutely no
description.
You
got nothing.
So this is a lager. I'm expecting it to run about the same as a Pilsner. Just a light body, just lightweight beer.
Looks clean and crisp from here.
It does. It's a mountain lager, or it's a mountain time lager.
Yeah. Man, you weren't kidding. Cold and refreshing as snowmelt in spring. Mountain Time Premium Lager is brewed with only the finest ingredients by New Belgium Blob. The refreshing lager will take you to another time and place. Live life on Mountain Time. You said nothing.
So I looked there.
You used a bunch of words and said nothing. It looks like an ingredients list.
I looked there and it did look like an ingredient list, and I just didn't even take the time to actually read it. So that's on me.
Okay.
I thought it was the government warning list.
I was gonna be mad, but it smells really good. It smells like good ass bread.
Yeah. It tastes like a Pilsner.
Yeah. It's almost foreign, but it's still American.
Yeah. It's
got a medium light. Well, light to medium. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
It almost tastes like Coors tried to make a Mexican lager.
Yeah.
But didn't give it enough flavor.
Okay. I was thinking Coors tried to make like I keep wanting to say the champagne of beers, and I know that's wrong now. A Stella. Like they tried to make a Stella Artois. But it's got a little more body than that. Okay. I think this may be one of the least offensive, like snob type of beers you could possibly drink.
Okay.
It's a beer for real beer people.
Right.
But you could pass it out in a party, and I don't think most people would be mad at it.
If you poured these into glasses and served it around the room, nobody would know the difference.
You might actually create a fucking craft brew fan out of with this one. It really does smell like it's got foreign malts in it.
Yeah. It's just a beer. I mean, it's good. It's a 6. There's nothing, I wouldn't say anything there's special about it.
Yeah, I don't know that I would go special, except for what I said that, pretty much anybody could drink it. I would say it's great, though. I really appreciate the flavor profile. I think most people would drink this without complaint.
Yeah.
No matter where you are. You're a Keystone person. You're a fucking Guinness person. Okay. You know what I mean? I think you could still drink this without complaint.
Yeah.
There's enough there, but not enough to put the average normal person off.
Okay.
It walks a fine line. Did we ask what is the ideal safe word?
Did you say your official rating?
7.
7. What is the ideal safe word? Man, I don't know. I'm gonna let you answer this one first.
All right, so my younger drunk dumbass used to joke about screaming Mary Poppins when I come. And I made a meme at one point.
Oh God!
It was Obama with this super surprise expression, right? And it just said fucking Mary Poppins on the bottom. This is how stupid my life has been. So safe word, because I'm never, ever, ever going to say this in the bedroom. Obama.
That is not where I thought you were going.
And I'm a 2-time Obama voter, by the way.
I really thought you were just going to go with Mary Poppins. I thought that was the point behind the story.
No, safe words like you need to back up and slow up.
Oh,
dude. See, now I'm second guessing though, because how fucking full of yourself,
oh shit,
confident do you seem, right? Like you fucking shoot all over whatever. Obama, bitch, Obama.
That's not the point of a safe word.
I know. My mind went to a different place.
Oh yeah, it did.
I'm safe now.
I've always liked the dude that was running from the cop. And they were trying to arrest him. And he finally starts screaming pineapple juice. So I think my answer is going to be pineapple juice. I'm pretty sure that's what he said was pineapple juice.
Fucking Skittles commercial.
But, yeah,
ooh,
that's
get ready for my sweetness. Awesome.
All right. So the last beer on the lineup tonight is Genesee.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm saying that right.
I always want to say Hennessy, but there is a Hennessy and it's spelled.
You can barely see it, but this is called Genesee Beer 1878. So proudly brewed since 1878.
Apparently this is a really common beer, but I don't feel like I've ever seen it anywhere.
I don't recognize it. It's 4.5%.
Al's dad apparently drinks this religiously. So Al has always had these.
I poured that a little heavy.
As part of his life.
Okay.
And I've never tasted it. So I've always been curious, but I didn't just want to steal one out of his fridge.
Okay.
So he brought me one.
Okay.
Because apparently his dad leaves too many at his house or something. Our question is, why do you suppose that people who aren't terminally ill or in chronic pain sometimes choose to kill themselves? So, to end on the most positive note we possibly can at all time.
Remember, this is the final
yeah
lineup in the journal.
That totally make you want to go buy this journal. Am I right? That's a fun subject, right?
I think. Jeez. So we recorded 3 episodes tonight. And there was a question that I said was very deep. I'm pretty sure it was to do with adoption.
Obama.
Really? Right here? You had to do it right here? I didn't even touch you.
Continue.
But damn. That one's deep. Genesee, 1878.
Yeah. Hey. Cheers. Thanks for being here with me, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Anytime. And I'll come back.
We didn't discuss the smell.
No, we did not.
But it didn't smell bad.
Smells like a beer.
Yeah, kind of remind me of PBR. Real easy going, real easy to drink.
Yeah. I get that.
Not quite as...
That is just...
It's not... It doesn't have that American feel to it, I think it is American. Rochester, New York.
Okay.
And
there's nothing wrong with this beer. It's your standard Pilsner. It is, there's really not much else to say about it. This is a standard Pilsner. But it's good. It's crisp. It's clean.
Crisp, clean, slightly sweet, nicely malty. It feels really nice. I don't know where the malts come from. They're probably American Canadian, maybe. Yeah, Canada is what I think here. But I think New York is a good example. Think about pizza. It's a real basic, like, foldable slice. Okay. A New York, like, cheese pizza, right? Okay. There's nothing bad about it. There's nothing like that blows your socks off. It's just something you could turn to for an easy drink. Man, that's a 7 for me. I dig it.
If I just wanted something normal to drink, I agree with that. That could be a 7. That's not a bad drink at all.
It's weird. It feels like you're supposed to say 6, you know?
Right, but there's something a little step up about it that it's not over branded.
Yeah.
It's not thrown in your face or whatever, like some beers can be.
I keep thinking about Grolsch. Grolsch sometimes has like almost a lemon quality to it.
Okay.
Kind of makes you feel south of the border, but also Belgium in quality. Okay. There's no lemon characteristic here. If this was in a keg, I'm finishing the keg, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with the 7. I like how it's not over branded as well.
Yeah, dude. I want like a 12-pack of that now.
Yeah. Keep it in the fridge. You've had too many heavy beers for the night. You want to just kind of ease out.
Yeah. That's your tip.
There you go.
That's awesome. There have been some awesome beers here.
There has. There really has.
I know you didn't like this, but I never thought we'd get to the end and I would be thinking that Sam Adams is the one that didn't.
The off-putting one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I liked it. Don't get me wrong. Why do you suppose that people who aren't terminally ill or in chronic pain sometimes choose to kill themselves? I'm going to let you talk.
So the question is terminally ill or chronic pain. And I think society has a look of what terminally ill is, of being cancer or like pancreas or issues or something like that is terminally ill. Something that is just, there's no cure.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's the societal outlook on the term terminally ill. Or even chronic pain. But I think too many people don't think of mental illness as terminally ill. And I think it should be.
Good call.
So when you say terminally ill, that's my stance, is you some people don't include mental illness like depression in that when it can be that deep.
See, I was trying to put the qualifiers in this question. Terminal illness, I tend to think about 12 months to live. Mm-hmm. That's usually what I define as terminally ill. Some doctor has said 12 months to live, right? Mm-hmm. Or less. And chronic pain doesn't necessarily have to be physical. It can be mental. But there are illnesses which aren't necessarily painful.
Mm-hmm. But the pain... Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I could easily see that playing a role. Mm-hmm. But even beyond that, I think there's something about human nature, consciousness in general, that we hold in high regard, which you think gives you freedom of choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
But some people think we don't have freedom of choice, that it's all going to play out a certain way, and it's deterministic.
Okay.
And so there's something about like, I'm happy, right? But maybe just because I can, I'm going to end it right here.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, as I kind of, I put a lot of projection in my novel, I remember thinking, I don't want to live past a certain age where life stops being fun.
Mm-hmm.
Where like everything starts to hurt more than it feels good. You don't have as much to look forward to. And like it just starts to feel like a chore. Maybe I want to check out before then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those are reasons that I could see. Like just you decided to in a weird place, one night, or you think life's starting to hit that slope. Maybe I'm at my peak. Like I'm happiest. This is the happiest I am in life. And maybe I've convinced myself this is the happiest I'll ever be.
Mm-hmm.
Checking out because it's just going to get worse from here. Offing yourself, it can be so, like there's so many facets to it that, I mean, and you can't get in people's heads to know. A lot of people they give no indication. Right. They just go. And it's kind of scary. But at the same time, this is life. For me, if you want to throw away the gift, good on you. I have no intention of doing that. Mm-hmm. I realize now that it is a gift, and I'm happy to live it. I don't give a damn that I'll never be 21 again. I'll never get that crazy party sensation again. But I'm happy to keep going. I want to ride the ride. I may never get a chance to ride the ride again. I have no idea what comes after this life, and I'm not in any hurry to find out.
You may live the worst times, but it can get better. And if you choose to make that choice, you don't know that it's going to get better.
Yeah. You got to find some things to love and appreciate about life. Mm. That's right. That's it. Yeah. You can struggle. Nobody's saying you won't have a hard time. But keep trying. That's a selfish personal opinion. You can choose to end it. I don't personally think anyone has the right to stop you. But ultimately, we are doing it. Almost everyone is doing it. Except for the qualifiers, I feel like they're from a pretty selfish place. Mm-hmm. That's really hard to say after a year of cancer in my household. Like I know people get to a point where they don't want to fight anymore. I completely empathize with that. Even if it's not, a fatal illness or something. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's mental struggle. I get it.
I still think that depression should be a considered terminally ill issue that is not discussed.
Yeah, if it forces people to kill themselves, or not forces, but if people tend to kill themselves as a result of mental illness, then yeah, you could qualify it as a terminal illness. It kills you.
But I don't think we consider that as a terminal illness.
No. But I mean, our societies in general, they look at money, Toby. Mm-hmm. They don't look at the happiness factor. They don't look at, normal human beings, we can consider that. Mm-hmm. And it's hard because we wake up every day and we have to go to work and make the money, and we don't actually get to, like, you and I could picture a great society in our head. Mm-hmm. We're not living it. We don't control the levers of power. That's right. So it's really hard to be in this existence, but not in control to the point where you get to live the life that you want to.
Right.
I think that's really hard on a lot of people.
So basically what you're saying is too many people, even those who run the government, look at things as black and white.
Yeah.
And that's not true life.
That's not.
That's not everyday life. It's not black or white. So, anyway. So, decent lineup right here.
Dude, the beers were good.
Yeah.
I know you didn't love everything. I'm actually feeling bad about the 7 on this. I thought initially I was crazy for saying 7, but part of me actually wants to go higher. I'm not going to. I would turn to this though.
Yeah, like I said,
It's been great.
After we've recorded 3 shows tonight, after a heavy lineup, a crazy lineup, and then a mixed lineup, that's a good beer to finish on.
For sure.
Easy going.
Thank you, Al's dad. We appreciate it. As they finally open the door to get the food. That's going to do it. Help us keep the combo going in the comments. We'll see you next time for another round.
At the Banter Bar.
I'm Shane.
I'm Toby.
Farewell.
Peace, beer snobs.
I'll just leave you a little sip in case you want to go back.
I appreciate the sip. I think I could drink quite a bit of this.
I just want to see how it feels in my mouth.
I guess we'll see you next time.
On the Banter Bar.